Hello and good morning, everybody. Or at least for me, it's good morning. It's 10:30 a.m. over here in Germany, and it's 30 degrees Celsius outside. But for us, winter is slowly coming. So let's see if I'm able to survive this little task, and let's have some fun while we're at it, shall we? So well, let's see what we're going to have to do here. There's still the business of this place here, but I hope that at least by day 5 we have it done. Although I have high hopes that this is going to be a thing that we're completing today. Because the cool thing is, once we have this house here complete, I'll be able to take visitors as well, and when we have visitors, we have money, and when we have money, we can have traders, and there's a lot of good stuff happening from that point on. So, stones, how about a stockpile, not stockpile, a storage for that. Good old stones pile. 422, and you don't know how to sleep? Oh man. Sorry to hear, man. My sleep is pretty messed up too. I get to sleep too late, and I get up too early because it's too warm. It's the reason for both things happening, like getting up too early and getting to sleep too late. Pretty sucky. But what can I do? It's a big fat heat wave washing over Europe right now, and heard a guy today in the news saying it's going to be like that until 2060, whatever we'll do. And I was like, yay, great, I hate heat like that. Okay, what? At least we have computer games, right? So I messed up with the hay seeds there. The grain pallet is planned. Taking care of that too late. But this is the thing about this game that I just have to I just have to accept that that's the thing. So before I get too deep into this, it's going to be a video on demand. A quick shout out into the description box. You'll find my Twitter account where I keep twittering all those streams when they happen. So if you missed that one, go check it out. That's a weapon of choice for you. And also in the description box there is a link to my Patreon, which has been completely reworked and allowing you to take some influence of what's going to happen on the channel if you want to. So with that ad roll done, let's stay gaming. My little freezer to be here, let's see. It's working out fine. We have, well, I wonder if that wall torch is actually that much of a good idea here. Simply because I think it's warming up the room, you know. I don't want that. So we'll move that torch and use it elsewhere. Let's do this. Aikichi, hi there. Yeah, the genetics expanded was oh man. I have quite a beef with the updated version of that too. Like somehow genetic rim was in so far better that it wasn't as hard to get genetics. So as easy as things break in RimWorld, so to say. You really lose those animals quite frequently, and that's given the time it takes to breed them is pretty much a bummer. So let's see how that'll work out. I mean, it's pitch black in here, and I don't like that. But we hardly can afford to smack in a window, can we? Can we? Oh, let's try that. I mean, it's a sandbox game, isn't it? Alright, so how's the task list? Not too convoluted, I see. Nice. Alright, so let's say I'll pick up a piece of stone wall and slap it down here, and then put a window in there. I wonder if that's ruining the temperature inside there. So now we have not a closed room anymore. Tiago, hey there. Thanks. I love Clanfolk as well. Game is awesome. One of the best things that has happened lately. So yeah, the room temperature is now on minus decline. And now let's slap in a straw window. Allows light into a room. Because I don't want to have a torch in there, because that's obviously spreading warmth. And that's bothering me. Oh, and these guys here need a roof too. So the bloomery needs at least. Ah, no, the wood ash is just dying. It's not that something ain't working. I see. Thanks, I guess. Although being a rock star means being having not enough sleep and being overworked and probably being high. So, well, I take that as a mixed compliment. Just kidding. So let's do some more pathing here. Ice Sheet was a good time. I really want to come back on that topic once again in RimWorld. I really love icy biomes, but I also love the hot biomes. I love generally the extreme biomes in that game. So let's see, how are things working out here? Baby chicken! How's the fam? Man, we got way too many chicken. So, you will die, you will die, and you will die. Yeah, life's cruel. So how's the meat rack? Not nearly full. Okay. So let's see if the meat smoker is able to come get the job done. Okay. So they're not getting the window done though. Gosh. But at least we got the straw that it takes, you know. So let's cancel those jobs for now. These guys really need to get that house done. We have so many other more pressing matters at our hands. They need to get that house done. But at least we're slowly getting there. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 11. So we need 20 each? No, only 10. So we got the straw for that now. We're fully strawed. Alright. So let's think about heat generation. Ah, never mind. Speed up. So, stone fireplace. Lighting, heat, cooking, and only throws sparks forward. I think this is going to be what we're using in this room. So, let's do this like that. And I'll do the sleeping area here in this room too. Maybe I make the room a little bit smaller too. So we have the fireplace to warm up stuff in the winter. And let's see how that'll work out. What's the end goal of this game? I don't know if it has any goal so far as of yet. They were muttering about the cold. Warmth. It's starting to be cold. Okay. Then this here has a high priority for us. So let's see if I delayed the heat generation too much and everybody will die now. But I don't think so. But we really need to get that house done, and we also need to get clothes done. But that torch alone is creating quite some warmth. So let's see. But the temperatures are starting to turn into a problem here. So we gotta do something about that. Maybe everybody dies now because I've messed it up. Does any survival game like this have an end goal, really? Well, if you do your job as a game dev well, you should implement a end goal of sorts, because everybody looks for that, you know? Everybody wants sorts of an end goal. So kids, why aren't we getting that done now? Super high priorities! Let's see. Because once that house is done, we have quite the ability to stay warm. And then we'll move the beds over on here. Then we will put down a stockpile. Is it a food stockpile? Let's see. Yes, water. We want to store water in right next to the fireplace to keep it warm during the winter time. So let's see. Yeah. Oh no, the window ain't done yet. Ugh. The house is done. Okay, good. Now then. Let's create ourselves some high-tech clothing. Quality Scottish work. And here we already have a room temperature of 18 degrees, so if these guys ever get cold right now, they can get in there and warm up. We have nothing flammable here in the vicinity. I don't think the water jugs can catch fire, and therefore it'll be all fine. It'll be all fine. Clothing basket, yes. So we'll have a... That's the fur clothing. So let's make sure we'll have the important things first. So I can make myself a kitchen by now, which has the same warmth as the fireplace. Which the wall torch is officially not featuring any warmth. Yeah, like this. But I had the impression as if it increased the temperature for real. Okay, nice. Hey, we doing this. So let's see. This is like there. I wanted to have the mushroom racks in here. So we have 5 more days time. No, it's not bad. Alright, clothing, basket, branches, and straw. Well, it's quite a heavy investment, but I think everybody should have his own clothing basket, you know? So, where's some grass to cut? We have a nice little lawn over here, and we don't have too many fresh mushrooms anymore, so we can gather a couple of new ones. You know, use the autumn's wealth of mushroom. Alright, next then we're going to have one jug pallet in here. And then we'll need to upgrade our food storages. Okay. So... if they now have any issue with the warmth, they should be able to fix that problem. Because this room now has a nice warm temperature. Good. Giving me good feeling so far. Okay, we are going to remove the food stockpile zone here, and there's no reason to store my food like that. Oh. Interesting. So 2 zones can coexist right next to each other. That's cool. I have to do it like that, don't I? Yeah. So for now, I'll do this like that. And just to be sure, there's going to be a flammables blocker here. Maybe here too. Wait a sec. This should work the same, shouldn't it? So... yeah, I'm genius. So just in case, I think these are not even necessary, but I think I'll, oh no, we're doing this differently. Just dropping down one here, and I'll drop down another stockpile zone for water jugs here. And I'll give these 2 stockpile zones a slightly higher priority over this one, so the water doesn't accidentally get dropped here. Because if they have both the same priority, the computer can basically say, let's flip a coin if I put the jug here or here. And I don't want that. So that's the reason behind that. Alright, it's coming together. We have a really, really comfortable temperature inside there. Fireplace is working on out. Keeping our water fluid there. Okay. So, day 5 is ending. We are going to need more and more resources, of course. So, let's see. Branches. No, that's just a hauling issue. Let's see. I'm pretty much out of hay, but I have issued a couple of jobs there for that. We have the basket. The great basketing is upon us. So, there's a lot of work to do still. Okay. Here we go. Off to bed, you folks. One day, at least. Alright, so... what do I have to do to keep this thing always running? Or do they do that on their own? So far, I wasn't too confident about that. But there's no slot for keep it lit. That would be really cool. That would be a really, really helpful thing. So, let's see. Maybe that'll happen one day. We can do flex retting now. It's a little bit late in the year to start with that, but better late than never. And, oh yeah, oat grain. Yeah, oat grain. That's the thing. Here, oat grain. Auto supply me 100 of these. Also a little bit late in the year, but whatever. I mean, I had more pressing matters to do, so... And for now, the most important thing is also to make sure that we have enough resources for the winter. I think the house should be fine. We just need to make sure that we have enough water supplies. There's these ice jugs will be a thing later, but not now. Alright, my folks are... Another baby chicken. Yeah, the temperatures are a problem by now. So let's see, how much fur do I have? I have 5 units of dry hide. That's enough for a tunic. So I made bottoms, shirts, and oh yeah. Let's make some more fine sack clothing. I mean, as far as I see things, the worst thing that'll happen to me right now is that my people are going to hide inside the house because it's too cold outside, and seek shelter and warmth there. I hope that's the case. If not, I'm in trouble. But we'll see about that. So, the bloomery throws sparks. The smithy is also providing warmth. Okay. So, we're going to move the chicken for this time of the year over to our place, because I don't want to take care of that. Just moving our straw beds over there and providing a few more sleeping places for the chicks will be easier than staffing out this room here in a way that it works out. We'll be just completing that when the time is right. And, okay, the grain pallet is just overburdened, I see. Didn't expect that. So, let's see. I need flammable blocker in this area. All this. It's slimy and stinky. Alrighty. Quite a couple of projects still running, but we are getting there. We are surely getting there. Let's see, is there more straw to be harvested? I'd say yes. Here we go. I have food for 14 days, which is basically already the entirety of winter. Awesome. I mean, by that time, those guys won't be able to stomach one other mushroom, but it's not my problem. Alright, nice. And this is our water supply for winter. Alright, I really love what you can do in this game in terms of using environmental effects to get some job done. That's really well done already. So let's do this. Can't actually. It needs that though. Okay. Can do it without those. So let's see. That should actually do the trick here. And oh, whoopsie. Here, I meant to copy the rock wall actually. And here we're going to do the same thing. How's the flame radius of that thing? So we'll have to cover here a little bit extra. Well, then we're going to make a third piece of wall there too. Just looks better, you know. Yeah, I think we are pretty much set for winter. I have an entire pallet of jugs. Let's maybe craft ourselves another half a dozen, just to be sure that nothing horrible might crawl up on me. And you never know. I'm new to this, so I cannot foresee all of the issues there. I mean, I gotta say, I had a little bit of external help because I was watching my wife play this game a lot, and therefore it is a little bit of a helpful thing there. But we don't have nighttime warmth. I don't like that. What can we do? Can we put up a hearth or something like that? I don't want to pause. Oh god, the idea menu pauses the game, is that so? Yep, it does. Damn. Doesn't show anything that I could unlock right now that would actually help me here. I have the fireplace already. The only other thing is the only other things aren't available here. I could do try one thing. Could create a couple of tiles and see if that unlocks anything that'll help me out here. Let's try that. Maybe that'll help. Because it's kind of tragic that they don't use this by night. Let's see if they'll do that automatically, though. And let's look if I have anything that I could put up to help them out here. I mean, I think I have looked at this several times already, but let's look at it another time. so... Oh, they're bothered by the light there. Okay, then the chicky chicks have to move. And I'll put those two beds deeper inside the room. Will the lake freeze? Yes, it will. There was a bathtub. Yeah, but the bathtub doesn't exactly make the room warm, doesn't it? Well, we'll see. So... where are those rabbits? Here. One dead rabbit. I definitely need more fur. Two dead rabbit. Also, it'll provide me some more food. That ain't bad either. Okay. I have it already on the cursor. The menu is just extremely aggressive there. Okay. Good. I hope that'll resolve the issue, and we'll see about how the chicken will survive in there. It's just I have such little practical experience with these things that I have to rely entirely on experimentation here. Fur cloak, wow. That's a lot of warmth. We'll just create one suite after another, these clothing items, and we'll see how that'll get us through the winter. Yeah, I'll have to take that. I'll be right back, my friends. Forgive the intrusion. Alright. So where were we? So let's see how this will work out. If anybody will freeze to death or not. Still curious if I'll be able to make him survive in the very first attempt. But so far it's looking quite good. I mean, technically speaking, I have enough food stockpiles to last through the entirety of winter already. Because every season is 10 days, so we are kind of in the clear already. We still have to dry all the rest of the mushrooms, though. But I'd say that's not the That's not the real issue there. So let's see. Ah, yeah, we have to put up another serving basket by now. Very high priority, please. Oh, I need a lot more branches. Ooh, I need a lot more branches. Do I have logs? Yeah, you know what? You guys ought to supply me 200 branches. We can transform one log into 20 branches. Yeah, that's way more effective. Let's replenish our branchy stockpiles like that. Feel like that's a lot easier. Yeah, check it out. It's just creating branches like that. Boom, done. Oh boy. Rain is pretty strong now. So the dried mushroom ain't going bad in here either, so it can stay. Can't stay in here. Alright. So he had severe warmth issues. Lachlan has the urge for a tiny meal. And goes for a nighttime wash. And all that because he didn't want to just drink the water out of the jug right next to his bed. What's wrong with you, dude? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to yourself? And to my fast forwarding for the night. This is something that I really hope will get fixed in the future. So yeah, the room is getting quite cold overnight, but I don't seem to be able to convince them to let the thing run overnight. Well, I hope nobody will die during the winter because of that. Would be quite tragic. Can we see a readout about the illumination of a tile? No, sadly not. See a lot of things up here in that screen, but not the illumination of a room. That would be actually quite helpful. That would be actually quite helpful. There we go. Because these storage thingies are extremely important for the coming season. So, the baskets have a slightly higher priority than this area here, as you can see. Do we own any tiles by now? Or did they just not do this yet? They just didn't do this yet. Well, let's see. Oh, we have 7 units of fur. Not bad. Let's see if we can increase those numbers. There's another dastardly rabbit. And there's a fox. So altogether, my big lesson here is that house was a foolish mistake. I could have easily just created that thing here first, and then expand as needed. It was absolutely not necessary to place down the entire bunker here and in the first place. That's something I won't do again. It was way too large. Due to the fact that in this game you always have to provide so many materials for everything, I really have to learn how to do that. Well. I mean, I could have simply went for straw roofing here instead of the stone roofing. I know that, but that'd be boring, no? You gotta use those big rocks for something, otherwise they'll convolute the entire area here. Make sure that we are gonna be able to use these things when it's rainy too. I'm extremely amused about the extremely fertile soil around the business place. Alrighty, so let's go and put up a tool rack here. What else? A serving table. I don't have nails right now, but I do like the idea. Let's make ourselves some nails. We do have some ingots left. So they are already unhappy about the warmth in here. Well. Oh, we got some fur. Eight units, that makes a cloak and tunic. As far as I understand these things, every little thing helps. I finally discovered where I can check out what the people are wearing. So I definitely want to stock up on clothing, because obviously they They are incapable of keeping that thing lit during the night. Let's wait out how it's rocking once it's actually winter. But I mean, I don't literally see any option that I could use to, let's see. I don't think that start fire would do the trick. No, don't. It's the only thing that's really concerning me. But it seems as if they are trying to keep the room on a certain temperature nevertheless. But all in all, I'm quite positive about this. Let's see. Let's hunt another fox. How's the meat rack? Not nearly full. Woo! Sudden rain. Not so smart, my fellas. Leaving all your stuff out there in the ring. So... but that room stays nice and warm. Not the dry hide. Move that out of the rain. Thank you. That's why we have roofs everywhere. Pretty useful. Not a lie there. Songs of Six? Oh yeah, I like that game too. Just overplayed a little bit lately. But it's a very, very great one. One of the best city builder games I've ever played. And that's no over-exaggeration. Okay. So even if the fire is not running 24/7, there is enough warmth in here for them to do a bit of their thing. Really raining cats and dogs out there too. Yeah, Songs of Six is a damn complex one. Why I did so much tutorial material for that too. Because there's just so much to talk about. Alright, so if we happen to find the time, let's make ourselves a couple of extra clay jugs. And... well, I'll keep the cooking fire for now here. And here we now have a place where we have a bit of food for them to take. That's good. So they don't have to run all the time over to the freezer. These wild swings between the maximum amount of warmth are kind of confusing me. They seem to be linked to the environment where the people are at, but I don't quite get it. JM, hi there. Oh yeah, I know what you feel. I know what you feel. Getting your clanfolk to do what you want to do is kind of a like an own art form on its own. But the tricks so far, the best tricks that I've found so far was to keep the task list small and of course make sure that people have the jobs assigned high enough in their priorities to get the jobs done. Alright, so the temperature in here is decreasing even though the fire is on. Uh-oh. Not good. But I already know what I'll do about that. Double fireplace. Because the problem will be around tomorrow still, you know? Am I the only one struggling to find the correct job at times? Wild Rage, hi there. We're fine. It's way too hot out there. It's 11:15 a.m. over here, and it's 34 freaking degrees Celsius outside. But besides that, we're great. So it's the last day of autumn now upon us. Let's see. Let's put that on extreme high priority, because that's right now the most important thing, obviously. During nighttime, we need a little bit more warmth. Make that room a little bit too large, probably, but maybe not, maybe not. I think it's just okay. Rain, rain, rain. Rain all the day. Damn. So, oh, look at that. There's leaves everywhere. Love it. So, we'd be needing some grass. Let's see. Clear grass. There's a couple of patches that we can extract some, but not much. Almost nothing to be exact. Okay. Let's just hope that this will help us some. Do like the fact, though, that I have managed to put up a sleeping room that is warm without bothering the folks with a light. I have to organize this place logistically better, though. People are running around all over the place for such long times. Because it's not well organized. Oh, I just destroyed it for no reason. Oh, I'm sorry. So she just made herself work hard for Nod. Okay, I'll learn my lesson out of that. Let's cancel that then. It's a waste of time. Looking good though. Just want to find as much material as possible before winter comes. Mintron, hi there. Oh yeah, this I know what you're talking about. And so far, Clanfolk is the most promising contender to games like RimWorld, because it clearly has its own qualities. It's not a blind clone, and at the same time, it is extremely pleasant to play. Well optimized for such an early access version. I mean, this is merely version 0.2 something, and it's already a lot of fun to play. The devs are constantly after the bigger issues that have popped up since the game went into public early access. Doing a great job so far. The most nasty issues are getting covered quickly too. It's not to like about that. Let's see. The smithy is going to be operational during rainy times. So winter will last 10 days. I have food for 14 days. That means I have even food to last a couple of days into the spring. That's good. I bet that I could have had guests and the like already if I'd had played it a little bit smarter and didn't play around with this way too large house. But on the other hand, I like my way too large house. Thanks for asking. But I think this is clearly one of the easiest mistakes to make with this game, to build too large at the very beginning. It's easy to underestimate how much work is involved with everything here. I mean, I like that. This is quite realistic. You know, building a house is really a lot of work. So now they have 2 fireplaces available. I hope they'll use them. I'd be really angry with them if not. So the temperature for this room is dropping as well. But that's nighttime. And theoretically, they should be now able to put up another heater if they need to, you know? So here we got water. Is that... Are you serious, guys? Is that your paths overlay? Looks pretty yuck to me. That's not beautiful. This looks like dirt. Ugh. Blind. Fertilizer overlay. Oh, that's an interesting overlay. So yeah, the temperatures are dropping to very low degrees in the early morning hours. Somebody catched a cold here, as a matter of fact. Okay. So why is nobody of you buffoons making some fire? So I want to have the branch pile in front of the house. Not the log pile, that's really not necessary, but the branches. Ah yeah, now they're working with both fireplaces at once. Okay. Well, as long as they keep lighting some fires before they die, and as long as they go inside to get warm again before they die, I'll let them do their thing as they see fit. But, yeah. I feel like it's kind of hard to to have the feeling that everything is great here. Oh, boys. There's an entire field of flax. Catherine is now adult. Good lord. This mountain is perfectly symmetrical. We should worship it. They like windows. Yeah, we have a window. We got that too. So, well, these jobs out here are not worth it anymore. At least the mushroom picking jobs. Okay. So with 2 fireplaces, we are able to hold the temperature at least stable in this room for now. But that's a little bit scary to me. Stable ain't enough to me, if you ask me. So let's see. How's the equipment? Sackcloth bottoms, sackcloth tunic. So there's room for a shirt here. You have shirt, tunic, and you don't have bottoms. You have bottoms, a shirt, and a fur tunic, but no. We should have more cloth hats too. You have a tunic, but no bottoms and no shirt. You're still just missing a hat. You're fully staffed out. You too. Alright. Livestock down. Okay. Interesting. I know what I'll do. Or do I? No, I don't. Interesting. Okay, we have a constant temperature of 15 degrees there. Let's see how that'll play out in the long run. The freezer has turned into a real freezer. It's inside the mountain, really, really nice and cold. And winter is now officially upon us. Let's see how that'll play out. Clanfolk stopping. Yeah, well, okay. This is something that needs to be managed a little bit better too. People shouldn't be that quickly into starvation. Alright. We gotta dig out some clay, if that's still possible, that is. Yep. And now, we'll have to survive somehow, eh? Yeah, during the nighttime, the temperatures are plummeting quite hard. But I mean, Why aren't they lighting up a fire during the night? I really don't get it. I mean, I still don't know what kind of temperature we're actually needing to survive through the night. But I don't think that 5 degree are enough. Yeah, I'm not taking care of my chicken well, I know. Water trough. Oh, that's an interesting point. But now they put something, alright. Alright. That was really, really confusing to me. So now we have minus 10 degree outside. We only have one warm room, but I don't mind about that. Right now, I don't really have the resource to put up more than that. Well, well. Yeah, my animals are dying here. I would need to put up fireplaces for them as well and the like. We could do one thing though. No, 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 not like this. C. Yeah. Can move these over there because I bet the chicken won't mind the brightness there. Well, I needed to build a barn in the first place, and I wanted to build a barn, but I have built a way too large house, and yeah, well, that's how things went down like that here. But the critter doors are a good point. Keep forgetting that in this game we need completely different doors for the critters. What I am a little bit worried about is the question, do I have enough water for the entirety of winter or not? I mean, we do have a couple of pellets here, but how much exactly do we need? I really got no clue, to be honest. Because as far as I see things, we are not able to pick up water anymore until the end of the winter. But that's something I'll work harder on next time. I'm afraid I don't have enough water for the entire winter, and this is absolutely not useful anymore. We can remove that. So yeah, pretty messy start, but I had to do mistakes. It was impossible for me to do everything correctly right from the get-go. Okay. Well, with the water, I mean, the lakes are frozen, and there's no job for extract water. We can add water, but there is no fetch water job. This kind of bothers me because we have iron tools, so I know picking up an iron tool and at least smack the lake long enough to hold some ice back home, which we can melt, would be the least. Hope that'll be implemented soon, because that's well, just feeling a little bit odd, you know. Doesn't fit to the immersion so far. Yeah, that's how I'd like to put it. The other good thing about having the chicken inside here is they are warm. Well, the chicken are able to move and through the door, obviously. There we go. It feels as if 15 degree were kind of like the best you can get during the winter. It's hard locked now on that temperature. Bastion, I read a well can get you water in winter. Thank you. Good point. Let's see. What didn't we do yet? The water dipper, the coal bin, the workbench. Yeah, I bet the workbench is the big thing that we need next. So, for the workbench, we need a couple of nails. Yay! Look at that! The smithy is operable in the winter. Wonderful. Me likes. So, we're going to bite the bullet and supply ourselves with 100 nails at all times. 1 iron hoe, 1 iron pick. Not picking up shears or milking buckets yet, mainly because, you know, we don't have the stuff yet. Alrighty. So, they are ill, actually. But at least in here, it is cozy warm. I really love how much effort there has been put into the simulation of the elements, you know. Really, the wind is the audio is really excellent. And there's also a lot of detail during the autumn. The leaves slowly get less and less on the trees and all. So there we go. Small critter doors. Even if they aren't necessary, they make me happy, you know. But it looks like we have sort of a stable winter life right now, you know. So we'll have to create a little bit of water jug here. Because right now, this entire city is only ice jug. And under no circumstances this area here shall run dry. Avoid the void, hey there. So happy to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. So, who's on crafting on my family? Maurice, but okay. Looks like Maurice didn't find the time to get the job done, hey? Well, winter is quite bothersome, isn't it? So let's see. So I'll keep measure now about how much water they'll consume in a day. So simply put, after these jugs are defrosted, I'll just check out how much water there is at the beginning of the day and how much water there is at the beginning of the very next day, and then I have a rough average about how much water is being consumed per day. So we are out of hay. Doesn't come as a big surprise to me. So there's okay, you cannot extract any hay during winter. I mean, it totally makes sense, but nobody told you that. Alright, so we'll have to work with the straw we got there. There's not going to be any extra straw until the winter is over. The reeds are also dead, aren't they? Yep. Okay. It looks like we got the chicken through it. Looks like we got them through it. So, gonna hunt some bunny here. Or wait a sec, maybe not this one. Do we have some that are closer to home? Doesn't seem like we do. Well then, gotta be those, eh? Just want to keep the logistics as short as possible, you know? I can already make fur cloak, yeah. I already have one in operation here. Why I want to hunt more weapons, because, you know, obvious reasons. So, let's put the smithy on a higher priority than other things. Just a tad bit. Same goes for this place, the Timbery. The timbery, as a matter of fact, I want to have on a very high priority. Also, yeah, we can extract branches out of these. Let's gather some branches right in front of our... oh, we cannot? Ah, we can extract branches, but we... because that's really running it a little bit low. I do have a minimum stockpile of 200, and that's way less than 200, and that's bothering me. Now then, night time. It's almost nothing really getting done here. That's really noticeable. So we got... this rooster can die. And, well, we'll keep the other one alive. So we start the day with 342 units of melted water. Let's see where we'll start, at how much water we'll start the next day. Alright. My man Maurice is on the branches. Good, good. Alright. Because, you know, if you ever go without branches, that's absolutely lethal. In the winter, at least. Because no branches, no fire. It's like medieval lighters. It's like medieval lighters. Rooster slaughtered. Yeah, the thing is they can't really stay long outside before they need to catch some warmth. But I'm glad that at least the branch chopping job is now finally being taken care of. And yeah, well, the nails are slowly getting forged. So it would be, as a matter of fact, a real good idea to put the smithy into an entire own room. Because this way, during the winter time, we could at least work... Oh, okay, never mind. The smithy is providing warmth, even if not in a room. Nice. Really nice. Yeah, so hunting rabbits seems to be not a thing we can do. Alright. We've got some smoked meat in the making here. I'm really surprised about the fact that we had 14 days of food when the winter started, and now it's just exactly it's just an exact fit. But whatever, we'll be getting there. So I have 2 roosters and 2 hens. These hens are terribly old already, but I don't want to slaughter them yet. They are basically a emergency failsafe. Oh no, I ran out of tea. But so far, we seem to have the situation pretty much under control. And let there be workbench. Fancy tile floor. Fancy wood floor. Fishing spot. Straw bed. That's a big improvement that I want to work on. Supply shelf. Tailor bench. The toilet. Let's see. Oh, chamber pots. Nice. That's a real big advantage. Alright, so let's hop on over to the ideas. And let's see, the double straw bed will require a normal straw bed. Ash wash. Bark wash. So, bathtub water trough. So, the water dipper seems to be really a thing we're supposed to build at least one. Wait a sec, no, not here. This will just freeze, you know. Now the water dipper will be back here in the corner. Alongside with a chamber pod. Shouldn't the chamber pod be here too? No? No, I'm confused. Or did I not unlock it yet? I could swear I did. Here, chamber pod. Not a cookie jar. Looks like we're going to need to make that here, exactly. But still no clue where to make a well at. But I would spontaneously assume that it's linked to one of these tools here. But let's see. It's evening drinking time. And there's one thing I have to say. I don't know where they take it from, but there's no empty jug anywhere. If I'd be emptying these and not restocking these, then there would be empty jugs somewhere. So they seem to be able to fill them with ice during the winter. I just haven't spotted them doing it yet. Or is there any flaw in my logic? None that I could see. And here again, our food is depleting faster than it should. It has happened again. Now, we're going to slaughter one of our hens. Because, hens, I guess. Because it has grown out. Alright, I'll learn out of that. Don't trust the food clock. I would assume it's the chicken. I would assume the chicken are eating part of my food stockpile. And let's see, I won't need 2 roosters either, so we'll keep 2 grown hen and the rest here. Will be hopefully transformed into yummy meat. see. What went with the hunting task that I issued? There's no purple thingy there anymore. And we have extra hides, so it has been done. Wonderful. So I think this is pretty important during the winter time to stay hunting. Unless, of course, you have outright stupendous amounts of resource available. Then never mind and just do your thing. Alrighty, so for the tools, we'll need a lot more ingots there, so... Let's expand our freezer. I love it that this place is part-time freezer and part-time iron ore mine. Oh, water trough. Yeah, the water dipper has unlocked things. I see. Okay. So, well, you know what? We're going to slaughter most of these. I'm a little bit worried about my food stockpiles, you know. Yeah, I unlocked. I think I already unlocked the toilets. I think so too. Yeah. Alrighty. Going to be really exciting once we have reached the point where the entire suite of iron tools is going to be available for me. If you select a person and hover over their food stat, you can see how much they eat per second. For me, it was 5 per second for adults. Yes, yes, yes. The cold. You're a genius. Thank you. That's actually it. That's why the numbers aren't correct. The numbers above were during summer. Exactly, exactly. You even see the addition there. Cold -2, freezing -3. Awesome, thank you. And do you know how it is with the water bastion? The thing here is, I was thinking that they were unable to pick up fresh water during the winter, but as a matter of fact, I don't have any empty water jugs, so it seems as if they are able to fill ice jugs somehow during winter, but I have no clue how they do it. That's bothering me a tad bit. And I wonder, where does the ice come from, you know? It mostly wonders. I mostly wonder about that because I want to do a tutorial about all these things soon, and therefore. All right. But that clearly says. Let's see. Let's put that into a percentile value. 150 to 200% more than the winter is actually long. Not a bad thing at all. So we actually will run into kind of a rough patch at the end of the winter because the stockpiles clearly are not high enough there. And why exactly do you guys have put on no fire? What the? Are you guys now dying? Are you now committing suicide or what? Why are they not putting on a fire during the night? The room is at a chillin' -7 degrees Celsius. I really want a thing. Oh, Magnus died of old age. Good thing he's now not eating anything anymore. I really want a button which allows me to tell the game that I want this fireplace to be lit during the night or during all the time. That would be really awesome. So, let's see. We require a grave. Where will we bury Gramps? We will bury Gramps behind the house. Yeah, the fast metabolism, I noticed that now that I looked it up. But that seriously means we don't have enough food here. Even though I thought I had. I love that. These are nice little problems there. And why is this bunny forbidden? This is not a forbidden bunny. This is a totally legit bunny. Those bunnies are all that we can bring up now to keep us alive. Yep. Thanks for reminding me that I wanted to increase the priority of the grave. So nobody had any clue about the water, huh? I mean, I personally would assume they just scooped the snow into the jug, but I haven't seen them in action yet, you know. Oh, and I think Magnus was also the man with the building plan. So, let's see, building is in the hands of the youngster here. So, my young man, you are going to be our builder. And Sarah, in the tradition of the young kids having to hold all the crap, are your empty jugs outside? I'm storing a couple of jugs here and a couple of jugs there. And there's my material pile. I have not seen a single empty jug anywhere. And we are now 6 days into winter. So if they weren't able to restock the ice in the jugs, I would now find somewhere empty jugs, but I don't. Makes me think that these are somehow restocked. Required tool pick, okay. So transport the stuff over there. Oh god, he's slow. Gramps did the job better. I'm afraid that he might die there. It's really odd. So his tool broke. Right. But I bet he's so super slow also because of the cold. So we are seriously now not featuring a tool to dig a grave anymore. That's bizarre. My idea that they place empty jugs in the open and they fill with snow, but that's a wild guess. Yeah. I really have no clue how it's done either. I mean, the theory that they just get filled again with snow ain't a bad one at all. So, but here, there, we have one specimen out in the open, clearly able to watch it. Awesome. So let's see. Let's see what'll happen here. Yeah, so the empty jugs are on the pallet again, and I think, Bastion, you might have actually had the absolute right answer there. That we're collecting rainwater, so to say. If so, that's a really brilliant trick to get the job done. So... what's Maurice doing? Nails. Damn. Please, dude, please. We want to bury Gramps. And all of a sudden, one of these jugs was full with ice, and I don't know why. There was no snow that I could have seen. You saw it? You saw it walking on over there? Because this is also my water gathering spot. So that means they just ignore the ice. Oh, now we have snow, so we can check your theory as well. But looks like you were absolutely right, and they just happen to fill that, just like they regularly fill that their water jugs. Okay, good to know. So we don't have to worry about that. One less thing. Things aren't looking too good for us here, gotta admit. I wonder who we're going to lose this winter. Up there's some wabbit. Take it down. Best thing we can do. Alright. I mean, it's really awesome now to know that the ice ain't an issue there. Oh no, Gramps is rotting. He's stinking now. So, crafting. Is that probably also something that Magnus did? I highly doubt it, but... crafting. Maurice. Why aren't you crafting, Maurice? What's the matter, Maurice? I know what's the matter. I have a very lousy infrastructure here in terms of walkways. People have to walk very stupid lengths to get their jobs done, and that's why his efficiency is really, really bad. Ah, yeah, the corpse storage zone. Thank you. Thank you. This game has too many different storage tools. I mean, that's... there's a good intention behind that, but seriously, that's just too many different stockpiles types. My humble opinion, at least. So we are down to very, very low amounts of food at this point. Maurice, what are you crafting, Maurice? I love this name. It's so un-Scottish. He even comes with a French-looking beard. Don't you agree? He looks very Maurice. Well, well. We're down to our last 86 mushrooms. Yo, Grandma, weren't you supposed to die soon, too? Cynicism aside, the elder people are the first to die. So we got a bit of meat. Ain't much, but it will get us a little bit through the time. Wabbit, behind the house. We have to take care of that. Nice. Meat delivery. Maybe we can make it through the winter after all. So, things that I have learned out of that. Go crazy on the shrooms. I haven't gone crazy enough on the shrooms. And basically, this little shelter here would have been enough. I won't go crazy about building 2 large houses anymore the next time. I'll just make sure that I have a winter house. Some place where they can stay warm during winter, and that's enough. Things I've learned. You have a good answer for a lot of things. Alrighty, so that went down way better than I thought, actually. I really was afraid that we'd be struggling way more with our first winter. Yes, the food is running out, and I guess people will die because of that. But, you know, it is something that you have to learn first, that your food stockpiles aren't as large as they are displayed. It's a pretty nasty thing, but that's okay. I mean, it comes quite logical if you think about it more closely. So I really don't mind. It's more like one of these things where I'm okay that the game slaps me with it like that. No, this... No. And these are quite lethal bugs too, that the bunny hunting does not work as it should. Like, for example, this wonderful source of meat is most likely going to go rotten over the course of the night, because it's been forbidden all the time. Tragic. Truly, truly tragic. Just like the demise of all those fine people. Because there will be dead people now. I can't already foresee it. That won't work. But at least I managed the water minigame, I managed the warmth minigame, so I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. So, end of the stream. I thank you all so much for watching. If this was a video on demand for you, comments go down below, leave me a thumbs up, and consider subscribing. And I'd be totally pleased if you'd check out the description box. And, well, what can I say? I can use any donation that I can get, and there are ways and methods to check them out. And that's all I want to say. Have a wonderful day, and let's see where we'll see again. Bye-bye.